I've done one video on TikTok and you still haven't matched me on views.
Yes, I have. I've got.
Guys, please.
My 50th video has got 2.6 million views. Okay,
I've done one video and I got 2.6.
okay,
just
so-
saying.
Dragon's Den is a long-standing English TV show where budding entrepreneurs pitch their business ideas to renowned angel investors, known as the Dragons. There are many parallels between the world of finance and entrepreneurship, as any aspiring entrepreneur needs to develop their financial plan, manage their business expenses, and consider raising external funding. In this video, we will be taking a look at one of the pitches by the youngest ever Dragon's Den contestant at 18 years old, called Miles Dickinson. He is looking for an investment by the Dragons: Peter Jones, Deborah Meaden, Sara Davies, Stephen Bartlett, and Touker Suleyman.
Hello Dragons, my name is Miles Dickinson Brown, founder of Hayes Cards. I'm asking for £35,000 for a 35% stake in my company. Hayes Cards is a luxury brand that creates custom metal credit and debit cards straight to the consumer. On our online website portal, customers can design and upload images to engrave on their card. If, like many, you're struck for ideas, we have 70+ designs pre-made to choose from. Since launching in September, we have generated over £124,000 in revenue, with a gross profit of £56,000 and a net profit of £32,000. With your investment, I'd like to increase our social media marketing budget, as well as bring new cards to market.
Miles starts strongly by concisely introducing himself and stating his funding requirements. The £35,000 investment, or 35% stake, implies a £100,000 pre-money valuation. Pre-money valuation is important in finance as it determines the ownership stake of existing shareholders and the dilution effect of new investment. He goes on to describe his online direct-to-consumer business, which creates and sells custom metal credit and debit cards. Moving on to the financials, he describes revenue of £124,000 with gross profit of £56,000. This equates to a gross margin of 45%. He also describes net profit of £30,000, which equates to a net margin of 24%. One important part of his pitch is when he mentioned the uses of funds from any investment, citing increasing his social media marketing budget and increasing their range of products. This uses and sources of funds analysis is similar for any investment, including M&A transactions and leverage buyouts.
How tall are you?
6'4".
How old?
18.
That was a short, sweet, and very
Sorry about
punchy
that.
presentation. No,
I
like
like to get to the point.
Absolutely right. So, tell me about these.
So you pick from one of our amazing designs from our website. You then freeze your card and send it to us within 24 hours. We will then remove the chip and pin and scan all the data straight onto your new debit card, metal credit card that you've chosen.
So can I just check, Miles? I'll send you my credit card.
Yeah.
You'll take the chip out and put it in. And what about the strip? How do you...
So the strip is, I explain it like a USB stick. You just swipe it across like that. Data is just transferred. It's almost like connecting one device to the other. It just goes across.
OK.
So, if I wanted to have one done, which, in fact, you've made one for me, what would it cost?
So it costs £74.99.
So you're selling through a website at the moment?
Correct, yes.
And what's your daily income looking like?
So it varies. We're very social media based. Some days we could do, 30 cards in a day. Some days it's only 2 cards. It heavily varies on our TikTok and our Instagram socials.
The Dragons are interested in the entrepreneur's age to gauge his potential. Young entrepreneurs often have more energy, flexibility, and time to dedicate to their ventures, despite a lack of experience. It is not uncommon for successful founders to go on to become serial entrepreneurs and start several ventures, which may present a pipeline of future investment opportunities for the angel investors. He goes on to say that his cards retail at £74.99, by which we can infer that he has sold over 1,500 cards to arrive at his turnover figure, which he mentioned earlier. While the turnover is high, the Dragons are astute to press Miles on the sales cyclicality. He explains that product sales rely heavily on social media, particularly on Instagram and TikTok marketing.
So are you still in school at the moment doing your A-levels?
No, I've just finished my A-levels.
Just finished. And are you going off to uni, or is this you full-time in the business?
I'm full-time business, but we'll have to see what happens, really.
And you've done 124 grand in revenue.
Yeah.
With 5 grand started. Where did you get the 5 grand from?
So when I was younger, I was buying and selling things on eBay, and then, yeah, I just kept doing that, and I knew that it would get to a point where I couldn't scale it as much. So Mum was like, well, halt it for a second, do your GCSEs, and then we'll see where we go. And then I came up with the idea, something that I really want to scale.
I am very impressed
Thank you very much.
that you've clearly got entrepreneurialism in your bones.
I hope so, yeah.
Is that upbringing? Is that genetic? What do you
Yeah,
think?
my granddad's on TV.
What did your granddad do on TV?
He does Dickinson's Real Deal.
What does he do there?
He's on Dickinson's Real Deal.
But as what? As a...
It's a antiques program on ITV.
No, I know, but what's his role?
Oh, he's a TV presenter. He's
I'm going to guess he's the
David
Dickinson.
David Dickinson.
He's David Dickinson.
Yeah.
Wow, he's really good.
He's all right, yeah.
The Dragons are particularly impressed that Miles provided his own sweat equity, or startup capital, for the business from a previous venture in buying and selling items on eBay. Sweat equity demonstrates a founder's belief in their business and their willingness to take on risk. Interestingly, Miles's grandfather is David Dickinson, a well-known antiques dealer and television presenter, who has inspired him to start his own entrepreneurial career.
I'm a sucker for this stuff.
Yeah.
I am the target customer of this kind of product because whenever Revolut pop up with any kind of personalised card, I've bought all of them.
I think this is a very good starter business, because at the moment it's a great idea and it's fantastic, but there's nothing unique, and there might need to be a little bit of thought about what is that differentiated offering. But I think I could really help you take this to a huge level. So I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to offer you all of the money for 35% of the business, exactly what you've asked for.
Thank you very much.
And that's how fair I think you've been. I think you've nailed it.
Miles, I think you're a really impressive young man. But what I think you need as a young man in business is you need a partner and a mentor that's going to be able to open doors for you and stop you making the mistakes that you're likely to make when you're young and you don't know what the unknown unknowns are. So I'm going to make you an offer as well.
Thank you very much.
Because you tick all the boxes, and I think this is a business that couldn't be more suited to me. So I'm going to do the 35,000 at 35% as well, because I think that's fair.
I'll tell you what, you are very impressive.
Thank you very much.
What I like about you is you're still very cool about it.
Yeah, you've got to be.
And I think you're going to go places. This won't be your only business, I'm sure. But you need a mentor, and that's me. So I'm going to give you 35,000 for 35% plus Touker time.
At this stage, it is clear that the Dragons are interested in investing in the business. Stephen emphasises his personal interest in the product as a target customer and his ability to provide valuable feedback, which highlights the importance of aligning investors' expertise with the business. Peter, on the other hand, focuses on the need for unique selling points or product differentiation. It's important for businesses to have a competitive advantage and a clear value proposition that sets them apart from their competitors in order to compete effectively.
I have a question for all of you. What do you think, mentorship-wise, you can bring to the table in terms of, obviously you're all very experienced, you've been in business longer than I've probably been alive, the majority of you. What can you give to an 18-year-old like me?
Time. Pick up the phone to a dragon who's got a team behind him, who's going to support you 24/7. Time is what you're going to get from me.
I will give you access to a whole team of individuals that will open up more opportunities than you can potentially cope with.
Yeah.
You can come and work in my office with me and my team. I've got 2 girls in my team who are TikTok experts that work 2 foot from my desk. You need to be around that group
Well,
of
they need to
people.
work harder, because I've done one video on TikTok and you still haven't matched me on views.
Yes, I have. I've got.
Guys, please.
If
don't-
my 50th video has got 2.6 million views. Okay,
I've done one video and I got 2.6.
okay,
just
so-
saying.
So, and I had to show him last night how to use TikTok. So,
It's all about popularity, though.
going back to my
Miles,
point.
can you imagine working with these two? Can you
Sorry, Touker.
imagine
Miles.
working with any of those two?
Miles, I'm the guy for this business.
And Miles, just think about it. Look at the guy that's delivered more success than anybody. Not talking about it, but delivering it.
Stephen, I'd like to take your offer.
Thank you. We can't get 2 meters apart, but we'll do a virtual handshake. Thank you, Miles.
You'll learn how to make good decisions later on in life.
Miles then turns the tables on the dragons and asks them what they can provide as mentors. He is clearly in a position of power, with 3 offers on the table, and he's now trying to gauge which offer makes the most sense. Evaluating the strategic value that potential investors can bring to the business is an essential part of any due diligence. Ultimately, he opts for Stephen's offer, tempted by the opportunity to learn directly from a social media marketing guru and serial entrepreneur. If you enjoyed this video, hit the follow and subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content.